It's time for Elder Law Matters Radio. Elder law issues can be overwhelming and complicated for families to deal with. Elder Law Matters will demystify all areas of elder law and estate planning through conversation, interviews, and case studies. Each week, partner Melissa Negrin-Weiner will walk you through the twists and turns of planning for your future or caring for an aged loved one. If you want to protect yourself and your family and preserve your assets, or if you're a caregiver for an aged loved one, then Elder Law Matters Radio is for you. Now it's time for Elder Law Matters Radio with your host, Melissa Negrin-Weiner.
Hi, this is Melissa Negrin-Weiner, partner at Genser Cona Elder Law, and you're listening to Elder Law Matters. In this podcast, we're going to talk about current news and events that are affecting our senior population, as well as we're hearing from some great guests that will also chat with us about issues our senior population is facing. We're also going to hear later on from Genser Cona, our managing partner, with some important news at the end of the show. You can visit us at genserlaw.com if you'd like to learn more about Genser Cona Elder Law. You can also email me directly if you have any specific questions at melissa@genserlaw.com. Today's guest is Katie Coleman with Coleman Financial Group. She is a financial advisor, and she'll be chatting with us a little later on about some retirement and financial planning concerns. But for now, let's get into our first topic, and that's senior scams. We all know that they're out there, folks. The emails asking for your account number because you've just inherited $1 million from a great aunt in Brazil, the door-to-door salespeople who are looking for an investor for some new innovation. But let's focus on one very important topic that's happening right now, and that's Medicare Open Enrollment. Open enrollment goes through December 7th, so we still have quite some time for those scammers to reach our senior population. Some of the things that we're looking at with open enrollment, which is a time when people who are eligible for Medicare can either enroll initially, or people who are already enrolled can change their plans. It's a confusing time. It is difficult for seniors to sign up for Medicare plans. They do not make it easy. So there's a lot of fear already kind of instilled in our seniors, and these people are taking advantage of that. They take any opportunity to get personal information. So first and foremost, if you ever get a call directly from Medicare that's not a scheduled appointment, hang up the phone, because they're looking to get any information they can from you. So they're going to be asking to confirm your Medicare number, or they'll be asking to confirm your Social Security number for billing purposes. They're going to perhaps use fear tactics, scare tactics, to get you to sign up for something quickly, or they're going to have a sense of urgency that you're going to miss out on this fantastic opportunity if you don't enroll immediately. They could also confuse you with that sense of urgency. And like I said, try to get you to sign up for this wonderful health coverage that they can get you into. None of it is real. It is all someone looking to get your personal information. And as we've learned, giving your Social Security number or your Medicare number to someone is going to open you up to a lot of real potential problems. So again, my biggest piece of advice, if you get a phone call from anybody from that says they're from Medicare, or they say they're calling you from the IRS and they're asking you for information, don't be frightened of them. Just hang up the phone. Don't give them any information. The next hot topic that I wanted to discuss with you is retirement planning and your retirement checklist and retiring comfortably. And like I said, we'll have Katie Coleman joining us shortly to talk more about that as an expert on the topic. But some very interesting things I was looking at is something they're calling a retirement checklist, and taking inventory of the things that you have, and also leaving information for your loved ones to be able to handle your affairs if you were to become ill or if you pass away, just to know where things are. what's the value of your home? Do you have any rental properties, and how is that working? How are you collecting the rents? Vehicles, artwork, jewelry, anything that's really valuable, whether it's it's monetary value or just valuable to you as sentimentally. What are they? Who do you want to have them? And where are they held? Also, it's important to list liabilities, so we make sure that bill paying is not missed. Do you have credit cards, a mortgage, loans, lines of credit, any other debt? What bills need to be paid? Are they on automatic payments, or are you writing checks every month? There's a lot of worksheets and tools available to you to go through and fill out all of these things and keep it all in one place. We can also assist you at Genser Cona with sitting down and writing up this type of itinerary inventory sheet. We also want to make sure that you minimize your debt before retirement, and I'm sure Katie's going to agree with us on that in a few minutes. We want to pay down debt with highest interest rate first, pay down debt with smallest balances first. Most instances, your highest debt is going to be credit cards. As we all know, those interest rates can be really outrageous. And mortgages these days are usually a lower interest rate. So sometimes we're okay leaving that one, for the end. But the real question is, how much are you going to need to retire? When are you going to be able to retire? And most experts suggest that you should have anywhere from $1 million to $1.5 million in savings to support a 30-year retirement. And I really can't wait to hear what Katie has to say about this. In reality, though, retirement's going to be based on what you need. What are your medical bills like? Where do you want to live? How long do you need the money to last? What do you expect your expenses to be? So there's going to be a lot of forecasting what's going to be down the road, which can be difficult. And it's really important to try to do that with a professional, and certainly something that we do with our clients when we're doing estate planning to kind of get a handle on what they have coming in, what they feel is going to be going out, making sure that they have a power of attorney in place so that we can get the family involved if we need to. It's the old crystal ball saying. Nobody has a crystal ball, so we can plan with what we know right now. But, going forward, we need to have some professionals on our side to make sure that we can jump in and change things as we need to. So let's meet Katie Coleman now. She's a financial advisor and managing partner at Coleman Financial Group. Katie is unbelievably passionate about helping people protect their family from the unexpected. I work with her all the time. We have a lot of families we work with together. And she really helps break retirement down into doable steps and helps take the uncertainty out of planning for financial future. Hi, Katie. How are you?
Hi, Melissa. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. Can you talk a little bit to our listeners about what everybody should do to prepare for the unexpected?
Yeah, so I think there's a couple different strategies that you should implement to prepare for the unexpected. And you touched on this a little bit, Melissa, and what you had previously stated. But one important thing is preparing for the unexpected is managing the risk that could occur or unexpected events that could occur in your life. Call it a sudden death. Call it an injury that puts you out of work. Or, you're in the hospital due to an accident and can't make financial decisions on your own. It is imperative that people are working with a team of trusted advisors that are working together and they're collaborating together for the greater good of the client and the family. I think it's dangerous if they're working in silos and they're not in constant communication and contact with each other. If a client I work with does not have their estate planning documents completed, and for me, more importantly, the power of attorney, the healthcare proxy, those documents, then I need to go with them to meet with an attorney to make sure that's done. Because I need to know who the trusted person is that I need to contact. God forbid I notice something or something's going on. So, life insurance is one way to prepare for an unexpected death that could occur. we're living longer and longer now with modern medicine and technology. So maybe we need to prepare by extended care, be it, a nursing home facility or assisted living, or if you just want to have care at home. It is hard to have these uncomfortable conversations as a family. And I will say that for me personally, my dad, 23-year Marine experimental test pilot, always in control. He wasn't willing to sit down and have these conversations with me about what he wanted for the future, should he need care, until a tragedy occurred. When his wife passed, that was the time he was willing to have that conversation. And I think we need to be more comfortable having uncomfortable conversations as families, because family dynamics are very complex, and it is
amazing.
Hard, crisis planning, you're making a decision thinking about what your parent may have wanted, but it's so much easier knowing in advance what that decision is by having those conversations.
It's interesting too, right, as a professional, because I have the same issue with my family, sitting down and talking to your family kind of really gives you some insight as to what our, the adult children, our clients sometimes are dealing with, trying to have these conversations, right, because it becomes personal. So it makes a lot more sense to us once we try to do it ourselves. I couldn't convince my parents for a long time either. What do you think about this needing $1 million to $1.5 million in savings to support a 30-year retirement?
So I personally feel that that's a little misleading, right? So I'm a CFP, so my whole focus is about achieving what your goals, identifying and achieving your goals and objectives. But first, we have to really spend time identifying what those are. For me, the most important number I need to know to help you achieve your retirement goal is what you spend. Because what you spend and how much you need on an annual basis to achieve your retirement goals is going to determine how much we actually need. Because I'm
not ready to talk about what I spend.
I know. And actually, that's where I spend a lot of my time. I will have several meetings with a family going through the expenses and really making sure we review them on several occasions and on an annual basis through comprehensive planning, because I want to make sure the expenses are in line, because you retire and now you have time on your hands. When you have time, you spend money. Do you want to travel? Are there additional expenses? Weddings? Do you want to give gifts? So I really need to spend time identifying what your lifestyle expenses are and what you need, like covering your essential expenses. And that will help me back into how much you need for retirement. So we live a long time now. Our expenses drive everything.
Very true. A lot of our clients are worried about outliving their money. That's a real concern. Right. How can our listeners get more information about Coleman Financial Services?
You can call me at my office. The number is 631-780-7052. You could find me online as well. Just search Katie Coleman. I am Coleman Financial Group. I'm a financial advisory practice with the Ameriprise. So I have a website online. And you can email me, mary.k.coleman@amps.com. Or they could contact you. I mean, we work with so many families together that I know you know how to get in touch with me. So.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you for that important information about retirement and preparing for the unexpected. Now we're going to hear from Managing Partner Genser Cona with her rant on seeking care for mom.
What kind of care are you seeking for mom? This is a huge question with many facets. Many families focus only on the medical care piece, but there is so much more to consider. For example, is mom very social? Will she need lots of social activities, outings, and friends to choose from? If so, you will also need to consider a living environment with people who will be compatible with mom. For example, if mom is casual, salt-of-the-earth kind of person, she may not mix well in an expensive assisted living where the people dress up for dinner and flaunt their best jewelry day to day. Religion is also a factor. Let's say mom needs nursing home care. She may feel most comfortable in a Catholic nursing home where there is a cross over every bed and a chapel down the hall. Or if you're Jewish, would you like the option of kosher meals for mom? Think carefully about the best environment for mom. Many people assume their loved one would prefer to live at home, aging in place, as they say. But maybe mom is not living her best life confined to the four walls of her house, visited only by one home health aide. Finances, of course, come into play. You will need to know what mom's assets and income are so you could determine what she can afford, what government programs she may be eligible for, and of course, what elder law planning she should do to become eligible for benefits to cover the costs of her care, whether that care is at home, in an assisted living, or in a nursing home. Genser Cona Elder Law can help with that planning. This is Jennifer Cona signing off.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us today as we talk about retirement and we talk about Medicare scams. Be careful out there. Thank you, Katie Coleman from Coleman Financial Services, for joining us. And as always, Jennifer, thank you for your insights on seeking care for mom. You can, again, visit us at genserlaw.com. And always, you can check us out on social media. Everything we're doing is up there on Facebook and Twitter. And I look forward to speaking to you again. Thanks so much.
Thank you for listening to Elder Law Matters, the only show that talks about elder law and estate planning. For more information, check us out at genserlaw.com.